So we'll start the one variable function differentiation. Okay. And we will link this differentiation with the slope of the line equation. Okay. And other function slope. When you have a curve like the blue one, right, and you have 2 points, okay, any point has x-axis, x coordinate, and y coordinate, right? Y representing the function, x here representing the value of the independent variable, y is the dependent variable. So you graph this blue curve. If you have 2 points, and if you move from x0 to x0 plus h, you will have a line because any 2 points can be linked with a straight line. Any straight line has a slope, right? What is the slope? As you remember, what is the slope when you have 2 points? Just to revise you. Okay. If you have 2 points, what is the formula for the slope? If you have 2 points, A, x1 and y1, and you have another point B from x2 to y2. What is the slope, guys? What is the slope? Say anything, right, wrong, it doesn't matter.
The red one?
y1 over
y2 minus
y1
over x2
minus
minus.
x1.
Very good. And we call this one M. And M coming from the mountain, because when you go to the mountain, you go up or down. So the slope is positive when you go up, the slope is negative when you go down, right? Fine. Let's apply this one into the line, the black line. So what is y2? Guys. What's y2? Here is the y2. F of x0 plus h minus what is y1? Y1 is here, it's f x0 over x2 minus x1. Yes, this is the slope of the line linking to this one. But if you make this one less than this one, this value will be very small, right? But when you reach this point, it means what? It means you will go for the limit. Sorry. This is x naught plus h minus x naught. So you can cancel out this one. So when you make this gap is very small, it means h tends to 0, right? This is exactly what they call it what? Yes, they call it the first derivative. This is what? The first derivative at x naught. How to write it in mathematics? Yes, they call it dy by dx, and sometimes they call it f dash at x naught, and here at x equal to x naught. This is the first derivative, right? Is defined by a limit. Okay, and this first derivative give me what? Give me the slope of the line, right? At the point x naught. Now, this is the derivative. Okay. So, at this point, there is a red line. It is called the tangent line. أو الخط المماس. Okay, this is a tangent line. Okay. Let's go for the line equation. We know this is a general formula of the line equation. and we would like to find the tangent at the point x naught and mx naught plus b. Okay, what we are going to do, we find the value of the function at the point we are going to find the tangent at. Okay, to find the tangent is a line. To find the line, you need the slope and the y-intercept, or any point to have the y-intercept. Okay, so you let this is a function. Okay, now we find x naught, the function at x naught, so we substitute here by x naught, and we find the value of the function after this point, x naught plus h. So you replace x by x naught plus h. Now I just substituted this formula, which is exactly the slope, and we get the limit when h tends to 0. What does it mean h tends to 0? When h tends to 0, I will be at this point, right? Okay. So when you subtract, this is the value of f x naught plus h minus f of x naught. So you will get mh over h. Cancel h with h. So the limit when h tends to 0 for this one is m. This is why we call m the first derivative, or the slope. This is the geometrical meaning of the first derivative. Okay? Fine. Let's go for this one. How to find the slope and the tangent to this one, right? If you graph this line using Desmos, 1 over x, as you remember, we have the vertical asymptote at x equal to 0 and have horizontal asymptote y equal to 0 because the degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator, right? How to find the slope of the curve? We are going to use this formula, right? Okay, so I will call this one y equal to 1 over x as f of x, and I find the function at a plus h. Okay, and subtract it. I end up with, this is the limit, which is the slope. Okay. He said, where does the slope equal to minus 1 over 4? So I have, this is a slope, I equal to minus 1 over 4, so I can get the value of a. Okay. What happens to the tangent to the curve at the point a1 over a? Okay. So if I substitute, I will know the tangent will becomes increasing or decreasing, right? Anyway, I will explain to you, not all the time we are going to explain the first derivative dy by dx when y equal to a function of x, the first derivative f, then dy by dx, which is exactly the limit when x tends to, if you would like to have, or h equal to 0, it's better than h tends to 0, for f of x plus h minus f of x over h. This is, they call it what? Is the first derivative, or the first derivative. Okay, that's fine. This is the definition of the first derivative. Okay, I just give you example here. Find the first derivative for 1 y equal to mx plus c to y equal to x square, or I can say y equal to c, y equal to x square, right? Using the definition, this one, okay? So let's go for the first one. Y equal to f of x equal to mx plus c. Now I need f of x plus h. So you replace x by x plus h. Now this is m, x is x plus h plus c. Okay. Now what you are going to do up to this definition, I have to subtract f of x plus h minus f of x equal to what? Can you subtract? Yes, I have here m x plus h minus mx equal to what? I cancel this one with this one. So what's left? mh, right? Now I go to and substitute here. So what do you have? You have the first derivative dy by dx equal to what? Up to this definition, I have mh over h, and I have the limit when h tends to 0. Okay, so this h with h, so you end up with m. This is the derivative, first derivative for y equal to mx. So what's my notes? My notes is d by dx for mx plus b equal to what? Equal to m. Fine. Let's go for the next one. Y equal to c. Y equal to c is what? Is a horizontal line. Do you remember? Horizontal line. When you have a horizontal line, this is x, this is y. This is a horizontal line, y equal to c. Do you think there is a change in y when x change? When you go for x, right or left, you still have the same value for y because y is constant. How you can find dy by the x? Dy by the x as a definition is limit when h tends to 0 for, this is the definition of the first derivative. Now we just substitute. It is equal to limit when h tends to 0. This is y equal to fx equal to c. So what about f of x plus h? F of x plus h, there is no x to change it, so you will keep it as c. So you have c minus c over h. It will equal to what? 0 over h, which is 0, right? Yes, the first derivative d by dx for any constant will equal to what? 0. Okay. Now let's go for to find y equal to x squared. To find the second derivative, the first derivative of this one, I call y equal to f of x equal to x squared. Next, I will have f at x plus h because I move over x equal to x plus h squared. Okay. Now I just subtract f of x plus h minus f of x equal to what? Yes, x plus h squared minus x square equal to, can we expand this one? Do you know how to expand this one? كيف تفك المربع ده؟ يعقوب. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
موجودين بس ما أعرف.
موجودين
ما تعرف
دكتور
ليه؟
نسمعك.
ماشي بتسمعني وانا مش عايزك تسمعني، والله انا عايز اسمعك انا. نفسي اسمع صوتك يا اخي. ها؟ فاكرين تفك المربع ازاي؟ لو كان عندك x بلس y وعايز تفكهم كده، مربع الاول زائد 2 الاول في الثاني زائد مربع الثاني، تمام كده؟
أيوة.
ايوه ذكرناكم بيه، ما فيش مشكله. Okay. Now can you expand this one? x square plus 2xh plus h square minus x square. Now this x square will be cancelled with this one, equal to 2xh plus h square. Now what is the definition of the first derivative? The first derivative أو المشتقة الأولى بالعربي يعني derivative equal to what? Limit when h tend to 0 for f of x minus f of x plus h over h. يلا كده equal to f of x plus h minus f. اوكي يلا كده يبقى 2xh plus h square minus x square. انا جبتها okay. over h, and this is the limit when h tends to 0. You can take h as a common factor. تقدر تاخد h كعامل مشترك صح؟
أيوة.
يبقى 2x plus h over h. You can cancel out this one. When h tends to 0, so this one will be 0, so you end up with 2x. So now you can see d by dx for x square equal to what? 2x. طيب و d by dx for x equal to 1. with d by dx for the constant equal to 0. So I can make a table for this one, right? And in general, the first derivative of x to the power n is d by dx for x to the power n equal to n x to the n minus 1. This is the most important. Sorry?
هاي بتكون قاعدة؟
Yes. Yes. And remember d by dx for any constant equal to what? 0. Okay? Catch it? Now, how you can do this one with this new formula? Okay. I would like to solve this one using this formula. I have y equal to 1 over x. I would like to write it as x to the power. So this one will equal to what? X to the minus 1. Why x to the minus 1? Because if you have 1 over x to the power m, when you get the power up, it will be changed the sign, right? Catch it? تعرف المعلومة دي يا ابني ولا لا؟
أيوة.
أيوة
طيب.
أيوة.
نعرفه دكتور.
تمام ممتاز. Okay. So it is easy to make it like this, -1. And now dy by dx, okay, will be, this is the formula here. You just get the n down and subtract 1 from the power. So you will get minus x to the -2. Okay, easy. This is what? This is the slope. This is what? This is m. This is the slope. Okay. This is the slope at any point, right? Okay.
Okay.
Good. He's asking you to have the slope at x equal to a. The slope at x equal to a. What you are going to do, it is better to write this one -1 over x squared. Okay. At x equal to a, m equal to what? -1 over, I replace x by a. So this is the slope at x equal to a. So I solve section A, right? Section B, where does the slope equal to -1 over 4? So section B equal, section B, the slope equal to m equal to what? 1 over 4, -1 over 4, right? -1 over 4. And I know this is -1 over a squared. So a squared will equal to what? 4. So a will equal to what? Plus or minus 2. Okay. I solve section B. What happens to tangent to the curve at the point A and 1 over A? Okay. The tangent at A and 1 over A, at A, the slope is equal to what? A is not 0, right?
-1.
He's asking you about what happened, right? For the tangent. The tangent is a line, right? Okay. The tangent is a line, okay? So what is the equation of the tangent? The tangent line equation is y equal to what? mx plus c, right? You know the slope. What is the slope? At x equal to a? Here it is, right? -1 over a square x plus c. This is a tangent line, okay? At a 1 over a, x equal to a, right? So the tangent is a line equation mx plus c. M is 1 over -1 over a square, right? X plus c. And he said at the point A and 1 over a. So this is x and this is what? Y. Okay. So I put y here, 1 over a minus 1 over a square, and here is a plus c. I can cancel out this one with this one and move this one to the other side. So c will equal 2 over a, right? Now the tangent line y equal to what? M. I got m minus 1 over a square x plus c. C is 2 over a. This is the tangent line equation. Okay. So a square is positive. A square is positive, bigger than 0. So -1 over a square is what? This value is the slope, right? So do you think the tangent from the left to the right going up or going down when the slope is negative? حد يرد عليا.
Down, down.
Down. So yes, the tangent line will go down. Okay. So what is the link between the curve y equal to f of x and dy by dx, or you can call it f dash of x? What is the link? The link is f dy by dx is positive. Okay. This curve going up, right? Increasing. This is what? Increasing. But if dy by dx is negative, f of x what? Decreasing. Okay. This is the link between the function and the derivative of the function, because the derivative of the function is what? Is the slope. The slope of the tangent. The slope of the tangent. This is the geometrical meaning for the first derivative, right? Now, if you understand what I'm saying here, you can answer this question. Here you have graphs, and here you have the function. So, which function have the graph of the derivative in the left-hand side? First of all, this is a line, right? This is a line.
Yes.
So this line coming from what? When you have a line equation, y equal to this line y equal to what? Mx. Okay. C is 0, right? Because your line passing through the origin, right? When your line passing through the origin, it means the y-intercept equal to what? 0. So C equal to what? 0, right? So this line is only mx. This one is y dash, right? When you have y dash as a line equation, and you know from this formula, your derivative has a power less than the original function by 1, right?
Right.
So I have this one as a line equation. So what is the power here? The power is what? 1, right? So the original function must have what? X to the power what? لا حول الله. أنا لسه قايل الديريفاتيف من الفورمولا اللي هي d by dx for x to the power n, n x to the n minus 1. So the derivative has a power less than the original function f of x, right? So if you have y dash have x to the power 1, the original one should have x to the power what? والله صعب كده، والله صعب كده. ما انا لو هكلم نفسي لا بصراحة. دي مش ماثماتكس ابدا يعني. اتكلم يا ابني، صح غلط مش مشكلة يعني. انت جاي تتعلم، محدش هينهرك لما تغلط يعني، بالعكس انت هتفيد غيرك اللي هو اصلا محتفظ بالغلط لنفسه يعني. فهتنبه وتقول له ان ده غلط. انا عمال اقول الانجليزي مشكله. انا عارف ان الانجليزي مشكله but I have to speak in English. يا ولدي يا حبيبي، انا بقول لك اهو الاوردر بتاع دي بتاع الديريفيتيف less than the original function by 1. لو انت عندك الديريفيتيف فيه x to the power 1 يبقى الاوريجينال تبقى كام؟ تزيد 1 يا ابني. يبقى هنا في ايه؟ x to the power 2. ايه الجراف بتاع x to the power 2 لما تيجي ترسمه؟ بارابولا. انا مش عارف يعني الثانويه العامه اخدتوها ازاي. مش ده البارابولا؟ فاكر؟ ايوه البارابولا شكله ازاي؟ ممكن يكون شكله كده وممكن يكون شكله هنا. ده بيعتمد على الفاليو دي. الفاليو دي لو بوزيتيف او لو نيجاتيف. تمام؟ ده البارابولا. خلاص اقفل يا بنتي الصوت الله يرضى عليك، مش عايزين نسمع حد الله يهديك. يا ابني يبقى مين اللي connected to this line؟ لا حول الله يا رب.
27.
27 يعني مش محتاجه يعني حاجه. يبقى خلاص 27 linked to B. ماشي؟ كلام جميل. ده بارابولا، دي بارابولا. خلاص؟ دي
تبقى
هنا بارابولا. يبقى دي الديريفيتيف. تمام؟ الديريفيتيف فيها x to the power 2 يبقى الاوريجينال فيها مين؟ x to the power what؟
3.
3. طيب x to the power 3 مين الكيرف اللي هو يمشي مع y x to the power 3؟ اي واحد في دول؟
30.
30.
ها؟ قولي يا بنتي صح غلط مش مشكله.
ايوه
ها؟
ايوه 30.
30.
اكيد اخر كلام. طيب تعال نشوف 30. اولا انت سمعتي عن حاجه اسمها odd function و even function. تمام؟ اللي هي الداله الفرديه والداله الزوجيه عشان الجماعه اللي درسوا بالعربي. سمعت عنها ولا لا؟
ايوه هي.
طيب الايفن فانكشن بتبقى symmetric with respect to y axis، فلما تيجي ترسمها تلاقيها نصين كده، الواي اكسس يقسمها نصين. اما الاود فانكشن تلاقي الاوريجن اللي هي نقطه الاصل دي تقسمها نصين، يعني النص كان كده النص الثاني يبقى عكسه كده. تمام؟ فالاكس to the power 3 odd function ولا even function؟ odd function. ليه odd function؟ طيب انا ما عنديش رسم. how to know it is odd function or even function؟ بس replace الاكس by minus x. if you have the same function يبقى ال f of x even. if you replace x by minus x and you have minus outside and you have the same function it will be odd function. تمام؟ طيب y equal to x cube. لو انا بدلت الاكس بماينس اكس هتبقى minus x to the power كام؟ 3. طالما الاس فردي if you have odd power يبقى النيجاتيف stay as it is. تمام؟ يبقى ال y equal to x cube odd function ولا even function؟
odd function.
Okay, y one of excellent. x to the power q odd function. يبقى symmetric with respect to the origin or not؟ فين الفانكشن اللي هي تبقى سيمتريك على الاوريجن اللي انا قلت لك نص على اليمين عكسه على اليسار من الاوريجن؟ مين في دول؟ 30 ولا 29؟
28.
الله ينور عليك 28. Catch it?
Catch it.
Okay. So
Yes.
what's left? Look at the other three. So we get rid of 27 and 28. Now we have C and D with 29. Look at this one. When I go from 0, my function is going down, right? Hello?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So what does it mean my function is going down? It means the slope is negative or positive?
Negative.
Negative. So where is the y dash here from the right to the 0 is negative? D or C?
D.
And also C is negative here, right?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
What,
So
doctor?
yes, now we will go to the left of the 0 in 29. From left to right, you are going up or down? From left to 0 to right, you're going up, right?
Up.
yes.
Up. So the derivative should be positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. Where is this one? To the left to 0 is positive. Both of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's go for the other one. So, how many intersection point here?
4.
3. What
Four.
does it
Four,
mean?
doctor.
يا ولدي. منين 4 يا حبيبي الله يهديك؟
ثلاثة بالغلط.
اوكي ولا يهمك ولا يهمك. انا عايزك تغلط عشان تعلم غيرك. So, if you have intersection point, y dash has 3 roots, right? x1, x2, x3. This is how to write your function if you know the root. X minus the root, x minus the root, x minus the root. So what is the order of this one? What is the degree of this one? Y dash has x to the power 3, right? So y supposed to have what? Y equal to x to the power what?
4.
4. What does it mean x to the power 4? It means you have 4 roots, right?
Right.
Tamam. So which one has 4 roots? 29 or 30?
29.
So C will link it to 29. Catch it?
Yes.
Okay. Now I will explain to you again. What we have done so far, we have the definition of the first derivative. The first derivative أو المشتقة الأولى بالعربي. Okay. For one variable function. So what is the one variable function? Y equal to f of x. We call this one the dependent variable. And we call x as the dependent variable. Because it depends on the x. Okay. Now we have the definition of the first derivative dy by dx, or sometimes they call it df by dx, or it is easier to write it f dash of x, the same notation. What is the definition? It is the limit when h tends to 0 for your function after you move away from x by the distance h over h. Do you think all the time we will go for this one? This is, we call it the first derivative. What is the meaning of the first derivative? This is exactly like the slope. The slope of the tangent of y equal to f of x, right? We don't like to use this definition all the time, right? Okay. You will have a rules to use it for the derivative What is this rule? I said d by dx, if I have any constant c, this derivative will equal to what? 0. This is the first rule. The second rule, we have d by dx for x to the power n. I will have it as I get the power down and subtract 1 from the power. This is the two rules. Okay. Now, I noticed that if y equal to, y equal to f of x equal to x to the power n. So, okay, y has a degree, bigger than, or sorry, equal to the degree of y dash, or this is, they call it y dash, or f dash of y dash. So y has a degree y dash plus 1. So the degree of the original function, okay, has a degree plus 1 to this one, right? Okay. Now we go to this question and we know how to solve it. This is line equation, so the degree is 1. So we are looking for the matching original function with degree 2. What is the degree 2? Is the parabola, which is this one. This one is parabola with degree 2. So what is the original function of degree 3? Which of degree 3? This is 28. Now, this one has 3 roots. It means has degree 3. So the original function must has 4 roots to be in the degree of equal to this one plus 1. Which one has 4 roots? This one, right? Now, okay. This is how to catch this one by this one. 3 roots, so you will go for this one. The last one will be fed to the last one. This is the main point of my lecture for today, right? And this is the derivative rule. What is the differentiation rules? As we said, the derivative of the constant is 0. The derivative of x to the power n is n x to the n minus 1. If you have a constant times any variable, okay, you take the constant outside and you differentiate the variable, right? If you have 2 function, you and add it together, you can differentiate the first one plus the derivative of the second one, right? If you have multiplication of 2 function, you have product rule, right? What is the product rule? You keep the first one and differentiate the second one, plus you keep the second one and differentiate the first one. زي ما كانوا يسموه في الثانويه، يقول لك الاول في مشتقة الثاني زي الثاني في مشتقة الاول. اوكي، عشان العربي بس تمشي. And also if you have a division for 2 function, you have a division rule, right? What is this division rule? You square the denominator and you take the denominator up times the derivative of the denominator minus the numerator multiplied by the derivative of the denominator. كانوا بيقول لك مربع المقام اطلع بالمقام في مشتقة البسط ناقص البسط في مشتقة المقام عشان تتذكر بس بالعربي اسهل. Now I will not come to this one. I will leave it for the next lecture, right? But at least we will go for the sine and cosine. The derivative of the sine is a cosine and the derivative of the cosine is sine. And we know the graph of the sine function you get in grade 10. You have x and you have sine x. The sine function start from 0, okay, and at pi over 2 the sine is equal to 1, at pi is 0, and 3 pi over 2 is -1, and at 2 pi is 0. So you can go to the other side like this. At the minus pi over 2 minus pi over 3, etc. So the sine function has a value between -1 and +1, right? But the cosine value between also -1 and +1, but it does not start from 0 like sine. It starts from 1. At 0, the cosine x is 1. At pi over 2 is 0. At pi, it is -1. And at 3 pi over 2 is 0. At 2 pi is 1, right? And also you can come to the negative side. This is the sine and cosine function you already know from grade 10. Okay, so the derivative d by dx for the sine x is cosine x. The derivative of the cosine x is minus sine x. Okay. Now we can use the rule. Okay, and I'll give you the break until we have the tutorial and we start solving this question. See you after the break. Do you have any question before you leave?
No, doctor, thank you.
Okay, just 10 minutes and I will come back to the tutorial. If you didn't pray, you can pray.